Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. God bless. Hey, Laylee is number one. Hello, PG and chat. Hello to you, sweetie. Prayers and much love. God bless. God bless. And Mama Six. Hello at PG and chat. Much love. Much love to you. Much love to you. Number two. Mommy is six. And Florida Girl is number three. Says, hello, PG, Purple Hearts for summer. Much love. God bless. God bless, girl. I appreciate that. An obsessed mind. Hey, can't wait. Much love. Hey, girl, you are number four. You are number four in here tonight. Good to see y'all. Good to see each and every one of you. God bless. And Jeannie on the block, from the block. Jeannie from the block. Says, hey, PG mods in chat. Hello, hello, hello to you. How you doing, Susie Q? Good to see you in here. Tracy, good to see you in here. Miss Prissy Paws. Mississippi Mudslide, how you doing, sweetie? God bless. SL, how you doing tonight? Sue, good to see you in here. Miranda, how you doing tonight? Yay, hey PG, hey chat, much love to you. Cool Gamer, good to see you. Lucy Cat, Hawk, how you guys doing? Blue-Eyed Dumpling, how you doing? Hello, Chris. Frankie baby, good to see you. Little Dave, how you doing? Hello, PG Chat Mods, much love to you. And let me see. Precious Me says, hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Lovable Mama Bear. Oh, that's so cute. PG, much love. Much love to you, girl. Much love to you. God bless. Our bucket list has holes. How you doing tonight, sweetie? Ronald, good to see you in here. Good to see you in here, hon. Nice Marie says, hello, PG. Hello, hello, hello to you, sweetie. God bless. All right. I'm to the bottom. Canine rules. PG skipped over my ass like I'm not sitting here. I try to get as many people as I can to be from the top to the bottom, and there's like 160 people. I'm sorry. All I can say, I'm sorry if I said hello to everybody in the chat personally. We'd be here. We would. That's all we would be getting done. Right? Sorry. Hey, McBro, good to see you. Oh shoot, that was funny. That was absolutely funny. Oh God, love you, Summer. Purple Hearts, God bless. Zelda, member for 5 months. All right, God bless. This night's starting out beautiful. Starting out coming in like a lamb. I sure pray it don't go out like no lion. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Much love to you and Summer. Much love to you. Patty Ponytail, how you doing? How you doing tonight? Okay, Lucy Cat, almost missed you. How you doing, sweetie? Kim says, Summer Moon, Utah Wells needs justice. Amen. I totally agree, Kim. I totally totally agree. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She deserves justice at all cost. Absolutely. No child, no child should be done like this. Absolutely not. No child. No child deserves to be done like this. No child deserves to just come up missing and and have people, the very ones that's supposed to have been there protecting and supposed to love her the most, acting like they don't care. Acting like, you know, it's just another day. They don't want support for Summer, they want support for themselves. Oh, we're going to be upset if you support Summer. You need to support us. I'm afraid not. I am afraid not. And, absolutely not. Amen. Common Sense 101. No Summer, no peace. Amen. Got that right. We want justice. If law enforcement has to use circumstantial evidence to prosecute upon Summer's case, then that's what they need to be getting onto the drawing board and getting done, right? That's what they need to be getting done. Any other law enforcement agencies would have already been at the drawing boards and they'd have already been prosecuting three main suspects who have done nothing but look guilty as hell, have covered up, lied, and done nothing but incriminated themselves in so many different aspects, I can't even begin to count them, right? Oh, we know where Summer's not. Well, Dawn, Candace, Grandis, y'all obviously know where she is. You've been saying that shit from day one. You've been saying from day one, you definitely know that she didn't wander off. You know she wasn't out there. You knew. It made you feel bad to see these people in that heat out there sweating to death looking for what you knew was not there. That right there was enough circumstantial evidence to prosecute the shit out of you, because if you know where she's not, then you must know where she is. I don't know what's wrong with that law enforcement, but hey, they're just not doing things right. They're not doing things right. Hey, Paula, I appreciate that. Thanks for all you do. God bless. Hey, girl, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support for Summer's channel. I really do. I appreciate you guys helping me to keep this channel running, to keep it going. That is really, really kind of all of you to help. Absolutely. Yeah, somebody has to. Somebody has to, because most people ain't, right? So somebody has to. I guess I got selected. Um, and trust me, I'll uh, I'll definitely call it out, right? I'll definitely call it out the way it is, for sure, for sure. All I want is Summer found. Hey, Sunflower May, how you doing, sweetie? Hope you're doing good. Hello at Prissy Paws. Hello back to you, hun. Amen. Amen. Tennessee Blonde. Absolutely. I stand for Summer Moon Utah Wells. I have since day one and will until Summer gets her justice. Amen. Amen. I agree. Blue Eyed Dumpling says, me too. Tennessee Blonde, me too. Amen. You know, it amazes me It amazes me what a beautiful army God has put together for summer. Absolutely amazes me. Um, there's been a lot going on out there in the YouTube world. The do tell. Um, I guess the Pee Wee Herman look-alike, which is AB, right? Everybody knows him by AB. Um, I guess decided to go mayhem. This is what I get through the grapevine. He decided to go mayhem. Talk about PG, right? He decided he wants to talk about PG. Um, unbelievable, unbelievable. You know, oh, she acts like she's got a booger stuck in her nose. And dude, you are a booger. You are a booger. You are a slimy booger. You look like that freaking slime ball that does commercials, right? People have to take their cold medicine and it crushes it. That's that's what you look like, right? Hey, Laylee, I appreciate it. God bless. Thank you, PG. Amen. Hey, I appreciate your guys' help in keeping this channel running. I really do. God bless. God bless. And yeah, yeah, oh yeah, Sunflower May. Yeah, you have missed a lot. Um, I went over to AB's and told him he's a Canadian Pee Wee Herman and has booger lodged in his nose. Ronald, you are funny. You're absolutely funny. I thought we were. I thought we were. I thought we, you know, I can say that, I can say that AB is for summer. I can say he is for the missing children, right? What his problem is with me, I don't know. I mean, he's got some kind of disturbance going on, right? Little bit of um, you know, quaking going on up there in his head. Um, I don't know. He deals with some type of he deals definitely deals with some type of you know mental issues. I don't I haven't took time to observe him or anything, because I'm gonna tell you, I can't stand to watch him long enough to observe him. Right? He's just so you know so stuck on himself. Right? He's like stuck on himself. He talks really freaking weird. Um, you know, almost you know, like somebody from outer space, right? He talks like somebody from outer space. Um, just like he needs to, he needs to try to pull it off. He works too hard at trying to, make people believe that he's, a little bit educated. And he works too fucking hard at it, just to say the least, right? I mean, people who are truly brilliant, right? People who are truly brilliant, They don't have to, they don't have to work hard to make people, see their brilliantness. Absolutely not. They don't have to work hard like that. Um, they know they're brilliant. They don't need, they don't need no clarification. Um, you know, or anything. So he's really weird. PG, thank you for keeping Summer's case out on YouTube. I believe justice is coming for Summer in 2024. Nice Marie, I sure pray to God it is. I pray to God it is. No matter how it comes, I sure pray that it does happen. Absolutely. I we will not ever give up hope on Summer, right? We will not ever stop praying for Summer. We will do all we can to see this case get justice. We will do all we can to keep reminding law enforcement of their promise, right? We will keep reminding Ronnie and Pruitt that they made us a promise that this case will not ever run cold, that they will solve it. And I hold them to their word, because a man's word, is only as good as the man. So, hey, PG in chat, I love you all. Hey, girl, I love you too. God bless. But I truly appreciate the support, Marie. Absolutely. God bless. I so appreciate you helping to keep this channel moving forward for Summer. God bless. Yeah. So, I believe Summer will get justice. Um, word word in the grapevine is it's going to go down with circumstantial evidence. Let's wait and see, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing it's going down with circumstantial evidence. Um, None of Summer's fingerprints on the door, the back door, nobody else's fingerprints on it. That puts Candace in a hot seat. Because it shows that Summer was actually not around that door. Period. Period. Um, Going in or out. So, if she was, there would have been fresh fingerprints. They'd have been fresh fingerprints there, and there's no one's fingerprints but but of someone in the house who lives there. And so, with that being said, but they weren't Summers, and those fingerprints weren't smudged. So that shows that someone did not try to turn the knob with a glove or handkerchief or napkin or anything. Because anytime someone's wearing a glove or trying to turn a doorknob with a handkerchief, a napkin, trying not to leave fingerprints, it will smudge fingerprints that are already there. And the fingerprints weren't smudged. So that also shows, nobody was around that door except people right there in that house. And adults. So, there was no fingerprints whatsoever. No fresh fingerprints whatsoever of Summers. And they would have been fresh. So, that's just, when they pick up fingerprints, it's either they are either, tainted old, or they're, or they're brand new, fresh fingerprints. And you can always tell the fresh ones. Even if Candace would have put her hand on the over top of what Summer's hand already been, they'd have still picked up fresh fingerprints, right? So, yeah. Look at the freak. He's back. He's back. Hey, won't you get out of here, man? Nobody even wants to talk to you. You freaking lunatic. Get the hell out of here. Go, go twiddle your thumbs or something. You're not welcomed here. You're really disturbed, dude. You need to go seek out some professional help for your issues. That's for sure. You really do. And maybe Pee Wee Herman lookalike AB can join you. Maybe he can join you. Seems like both of you got some kind of issues going on that really need addressed by a professional. And and I don't do this shit for you know I don't sit and listen to people like that for nothing, right? 150, $200 an hour. 150, $200 an hour to fucking hear what's inside a that head, right? AB needs to really shut up. He really needs to shut up. He's trying to use people out here, you know. He's trying to use people out here for his psychologist. I'm afraid not. If you want to come over here and drop 150, $200, then I might decide to listen to your shit and try to figure out what the hell's wrong with you. But I don't do that shit for free. Hell no. Justice for Summer. Amen. Amen. Yeah. People like him and the thing I just popped up on here, those motherfuckers be extra. They be extra, right? Have to charge them extra to fucking coach them back into normalcy, right? It would be extra. Because that'd be a lot of damn work. They got a screw loose, and you got to figure out which damn screw it is and why it's on loose, right? And I'm not going to get out my wrench to tighten it up for nothing. Even mechanics don't get the fucking wrench out for free, right? Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you what. Um, I don't even pay mechanics, right? I just watch YouTube and tear my own car up. Right? I tear my own car up for real. I'm not shitting, I do. I tear it up. If I can't get it fixed, then I have to make some phone calls to people I know that might be able to get it done. But most of the time, I tear it up and get it and put it back together myself, right? Most of the time, I get it tore apart and put back myself. Yes. Oh, I love your hair. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You're the pink and the yellow. Classy. That's classy, dude. That's real classy. Yeah. His hair. His hair reminds me of a drink I used to get when I went out clubbing. Right? Remind me of a drink I used to order. Yeah. That damn hair took me back to the old days. I was like, shit. I know I seen that hair in a glass one time. I know I did. That damn pink and yellow. Yeah. I'm like, man, that put me back on Sunset Boulevard. Right? That put me back on Sunset Boulevard. I'm like, what the hell? he just needed to pop up, get a compliment. He wanted to make sure he looked sexy before he went out, you know, to meet up with Don and White Boy. Right? I was like, oh, that's so cute. I'm sure they'll love it. Like, hey, right? He'd be looking all sexy. And he doesn't have to say, and what will I wear? No, because he usually don't wear nothing. Trust me. He usually ain't wearing nothing, like his birthday suit. Yeah, it can get real creepy. It can get real creepy. Oh my goodness, yes. Absolutely. Like you take the car apart and then like forget where everything goes. It's like, wait a minute. I should have marked these A, B, C, D, right? I should have done something because I cannot remember where the hell half of this stuff went. I'm telling you. Then you have to watch the video again, right? Then you're outside with your phone at the vehicle watching the freaking video. And then you're like, wait, okay, I did this, I did that, I did. Wait a minute, did he skip this part too? Right? I don't think he ever came by this part. What is this part even doing here? Right? Then you get upset. Yeah. You're climbing all over the place, right? I have to when I work on the car, I'm going to tell you something. It's terrible. It's terrible because I practically have to, like get up under the hood. Like I am literally up. I'm the one holding up the hood, right? It's crazy. I think to myself, you know, if I raise up just a little bit more, I'm probably going to be stuck inside under this hood until someone comes and finds me. Because I know that little bar, the little bar you pick up and you have to find the damn hole for it to stick in so the hood stays up. Oh, trust me, I know that sucker just a little bit, and the bar is gonna fall, the hood's gonna come down, it's gonna be all bad, right? Just terrible, terrible. Then I'm gonna wish that I would have called a mechanic instead of trying to be one, because I'm not. Yeah, it can get crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you, it could get bad. I'm out there freaking grease up to the elbows, come in the house, and I don't know how it got in my hair, all over my face, my clothes. I'm like, how um yeah, all over my Louis Vuitton, right? All over my Louis Vuitton. I'm thinking to myself, boy, it would have been a lot cheaper to just got this fixed. Since some people think that PG's Barbie, right? Everybody, they think I'm Barbie walking around with my Louis Vuitton, right? And my freaking tiny little freaking puppy saying, "Oh, excuse me, can I get through here, please? Oh, thank you. That was so nice of you. I'm on my way to have brunch, not lunch. I'm having brunch, right? Whatever. I could tell people what to do with, where they could stick their brunch, right? Always, it's like a mixture of breakfast and lunch is brunch. Um, so you like the fucking word, right? That's what it is. You like the fucking word. You think it makes you sound like somebody, so you decide to use it. Uh, Listen, buddy, you done missed fucking breakfast. You're heading your ass to lunch. Get with the program. There is no brunch. It's a made up freaking word that some idiot decided to make up and you decided to use. There's breakfast, there's lunch, and there's dinner. Take your pick, baby. And like I said, I think you're too late for breakfast, right? Now you could be eating breakfast for lunch. Some people eat breakfast for dinner. What the hell would you call that? They probably call it something like basuppa, basuppa. Right? I don't know. Sounds good to me. Another made up word. Summer's New Year. Your device is not connected. I guess the Lord just didn't want it to interrupt today. Hmm. You might want to think about that. Right? Might want to think about it. When the Lord ain't hooking you up, you better think about it. Right. You know, here in the U.S., you just call it whatever you want. Right? In the U.S., you just call it whatever you please. That's why I love. That's why I love the United States. You could talk any way you please. Nobody gives a damn. Right? Nobody gives a damn. You could talk however you want. You know, there was somebody saying, "Oh, PG has to be from Ohio, Michigan, Indiana because of the way she talks." I guess some other lady came in and was like, "I live in central Ohio and I can't understand a damn thing she says." Well, that knocked your theory out the water, didn't it, baby? That knocked her theory right out the water. Yeah, I seen that. I seen it. I was like, "You go, girl. You go. You live in Ohio. You can't understand me, right?" So obviously, you done cleared it up. PG ain't from no damn Ohio, right? Oh God. These people stuck their heads together. All you get is one big ass, right? One big ass. Straight up. Yeah, that's what they need. They need to get the wax out of their ears, right? That's what they need to do. You know, that like that AB, he's like, you know, I would like to have a few minutes with that prayer garden. I'd like to pick her brain. Dude, the only thing you could pick is your freaking nose. That is it. The only thing you be picking is your nose. Dude, for one, you ain't too smart. A person would have to have a brain for your fucking dumbass to be picking it. Right? Yeah. PG'd have to have a brain. I have to have a brain for you to pick it. There you go. And let me tell you, I know I ain't got none because my daddy told me. He said, girl, you ain't got no damn brains. No brains at all. I said, yep, that's true. That's true. I sure the hell don't. If I had any brains, I wouldn't be hanging around taking everybody's shit all the time, right? I know I ain't got no brains. So AB's not as smart as he thinks, right? The dude trying to pick something that somebody ain't even fucking got. Get real. Get real, dude. You got me bit. And he find out that, he'll find out they ain't got no heart either. No heart for a motherfucker like him. Right? No heart for a fuck like him. He'll find that out real quick as well. Don't play with me. Don't patronize me. Right? He's a patronizing fucking Pee Wee Herman. Dude, won't you go to the movie theaters and do what you do best? You know? Go to the movie theaters. Do what you do best. Whack a Johnny. There you go. Freaking weirdo. PG, you're great. You help me sleep better. Yeah, I can have that effect on people. That's true. I don't know. The YouTube streets are just full of, something all the time, right? Something all the time. Like, always something. Hey, there you go, Cindy. God bless. Let everyone push the like button for PG. Amen. Amen. God bless. Absolutely. Push that like button. I don't personally care. You know, I don't come here for humans. I come here for Summer. I come here for this 5-year-old baby that needs to be found, brought home, and justice served. And I truly believe this dead child is in the arms of an angel. I truly believe that Summer is no longer with us. I believe that she is, you know, where we are all trying to get in this life, and that's with God, Jesus Christ, and the angels, in a life, that lasts us forever. And I believe that's where all children go immediately, immediately when something happens to them, you know. And however they go out of this world, I believe they immediately are caught up by the angels and taken into heaven. Absolutely. And and I believe that they can see down here how much they're loved, how much they're cared about. I really do. And that's why I asked for people to hit the like button, is so Summer will know how many people really truly love and care about her. And I don't care what people think. I have my own beliefs, and I do believe that every time that like button is hit, it sends a heart up to heaven to show Summer how much she's loved. So, so be it what other people think. Um, they say put out purple hearts for Summer, blue hearts for Michael Vaughn, pink hearts for Athena. Um, so, that probably sounds weird to these haters too, right? That probably sounds weird to these haters as well. You know, oh, why they putting hearts out, purple, pink, blue for these missing kids? You know, um, I tell you what the haters think. The haters think that when you hit the like button, it helps this channel. I'm afraid it don't. I'm afraid hitting the like button doesn't do anything for the channel. Absolutely not. Not. It doesn't. It doesn't make it or break it. So, you know, I don't know why they're hating. I don't understand why the hate, you know? They're jealous of nothing. They're jealous of nothing. And that shows me their mentality level, because they're jealous of freaking nothing. How stupid is that? They need to check themselves. Yeah. Haters are going to hate, right? They're just going to hate. There's always going to be somebody jealous. Always somebody going to be jealous of someone in this world. What I'm saying is there's 559 people in here right now. And let me tell you something. Every last one of you have someone that doesn't like you. You have someone who is envious of you, jealous of you, wanting to always try to act like you or give you trouble. You know, you, you're gonna, you have, people are talking and whispering and trying to, always get at your back, right? They're always trying to get at your back, you know, like bitches, don't try to get it. Why are you trying to get at my back? Can't you see there's no room left for you, right? I don't know why the hell you trying to get at my back, bitch. Fucking family done took that up, right? They done got there first. What the hell you doing back? The only thing you could do back there is mother freaking pull some of that shit out. Right? That's about all you could do. They ain't no way. It is. It is. The Bible says that um, that you're not supposed to be jealous of anyone. You're not supposed to be jealous of nobody. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, it says love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not ignorant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoings, but rejoices with the truth. Right? That's exactly what it says. Um, I personally, I personally prefer the King James version of that. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself. Is not puffed up. Does not behave rudely. Does not seek its own. Is not provoked. Thinks no evil. Does not rejoice in iniquities, but rejoices in the truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Right? Love never fails. There you go. That's personally from the Bible. It is from Corinthians 13, 4 to 8. Um, 1 Corinthians, to be exact. So, you know, that's the way you're supposed to carve all of the ugliness out of yourself. Who do you, I mean, God don't make no mistakes. He made you who you are. And the thing that makes people envious is because instead of focusing on all the beautiful things that God has gave them and blessed them with, they want to focus on what other people have instead of what they have. They want to focus, they always got their focus somewhere else instead of being grateful for what they have, making the best out of what they have. It's not about what you have. It has nothing to do with what you have. It's all about how do you keep it, right? I'm going to tell you something. I have seen people. This is no lie. I have seen some poor people, but I'm going to tell you what, they keep their house spotless. They might not have much, man, but what they do really looks nice. And they have a lot of love and a lot of kindness and a lot of caring. And I've seen people really jealous of them. I've seen people really jealous of these people who don't have half. They don't have half of what these other people have. But for some reason, those people were jealous. And they were jealous because they were always had focus on someone else instead of how much God is blessing them. You know, I always keep my focus on, for one, I don't want anything. I'm not a big want person. As long as I got a roof over my head, clothes on my back, and enough food in the refrigerator, I'm good. I'm good. You know, um, I like my cold drinks, right? And I like my smokes. That's it, right? Both of them are natural substance. Both of them is stuff that God made, and I see nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with smoking. I see nothing. There's nowhere in the Bible says thou shalt not smoke. I ain't seen it. And tobacco is a natural substance. And hey, absolutely, you know, I keep it. I smoke it. Keeps my nerves in check. I like my cigarettes. I don't plan on ever giving them up, right? I don't plan on giving them up. If possible, I'll be at the store in the next life buying some. You're rural and dependable and appreciate most of your Christianity. Merry Christmas, all. Oh, BC proud. I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. Amen. God bless. But uh, yeah, I believe so. Jealousy is envy, one of the deadliest sins. Amen. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind. No, tobacco does not alter your mind at all. Well, it can alter your mind if you don't have any. Right? You should see me. You should see me when I'm out. Right? You should see me when I'm out. I'm altered. I'm not gonna lie. I'm altered. It's like, where is my keys? Where is my keys? I gotta get to the store, right? I gotta go like right now. Right? So I'm definitely altered. No doubt in my mind. Ronald, you are so funny. You're definitely funny. But yeah, you know, as humans, we need to carve. What I'm saying is, if my neighbor gets a new vehicle, or gets, maybe they get a new house, you know, I'm like right there. I'm like right there. Yes, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is beautiful. You know, do you need any help? Moving? Do you need any help cleaning? I mean, I'm right there. I'm like ecstatic for them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if my family gets anything new, I am like, excited. I'm excited for them. I'm like, hey, that's awesome. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, I'm right there cheering them on the sideline, uh, full blast. But I find that these people that you're so happy for, when you get something, they don't say, "Yeah, oh, that's nice." No, they say, "What you need that for?" Right? I mean, what do you mean? What I need it for? You know, I could ask you the same thing. You know, when you got something new, but I didn't. I didn't try to steal your glory, your happiness, that beautiful feeling away from you. I tried to rejoice in it with you. Why, why why you hating? Why you hating? Because see, if they only want their they only want themselves to be happy. They can't be for you the way you are for them, right? What I'm saying is, if they're not getting it, then they're not rejoicing. And I don't understand that. I really don't. But I know that each and every last one of you understand exactly what I'm saying. I know that each and every one of you have gotten something, been really excited, and then had some hater ask you what you need that for. Could you afford to buy that? I mean, they tried to take your happiness away, right? It's like, man, boy, was the devil quick to get there, right? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Absolutely not. So, you know, wow, you mocking gay people? Um, if, what are you talking about, Rose? Who's who's mocking? Who's mocking gay people? Can you explain that to me? I don't think God lets me catch anything that I ain't supposed to. And some reason he let my eyes land upon your your accusation. I'm going to tell you something. Um, you're one of them troublemaking haters, right? Um, unbelievable, unbelievable. You just got a steel toe boot in the ass, Rose. Uh, take your fucking mental issues somewhere else, please. Because you know what? Tonight I'm not really going to deal with them. You know. Yes, yes. Um, so mocking gay people. Hey, Rose, Rose. Listen, you just got this still toe the booter in the ass. Yo, you won't be shopping in my trunk, bitch. Get the fuck up on out of here. There you go. Is that what you call mocking? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's called making fun of you, you dumb fucking whore. Giving you a steel toe boot in the fucking ass. People are allowed to talk any damn way they want. If I want to go around all day long hollering, hey, yay, I could do that. That's supposed to be gay? Last time I checked, bitch, in the ghetto, that is exactly how all the girls talk. Because as soon as you come out your door in the morning, it's, hey, yay, what's up, girlfriend? Right. So, there you go. Thank you. Yeah. So that can be ghetto too. Doesn't mean it's gay. You know. Yeah, she's a troublemaking piece of shit. She don't know what she's talking about. She's trying to stir up strife between people, right? Between humans. Um, she just got a steel toe boot in the ass. You know, I don't care. Um, when I come in here, I don't be thinking about anybody's, you know, real personal sex life, right? But obviously that bitch was. You know, that's her problem. You know, that's her problem. I guess she got offended about me saying that the guy with the pink and yellow hair was going to be meeting up with White Boy and Donald, right? That's what she was talking about. She had a problem with that. Oh well, bitch, that's your problem. That's your problem. I really do. I really do think that that is somebody that is affiliated with the Wells that I pull up because he's always writing in the back chat saying ugly things, constantly causing issues, and he's a well supporter. So that tells me that, like all the well supporters, the Wells send them, to attack Summer's army. And if that offends you that I pulled him up and said that, he's going to be meeting up with White Boy and Donald, hey, that's your fucking problem, not mine. Right? There you go. There you go. You can fucking go join up with them too. Right? You could go join up with them too. Tell them PG said, hey, yay, while you're at it. Right? Tell them PG said that. And then ask them, is that gay or is that ghetto? Because I don't know. I was over in PG's chat and I just don't know. I thought it was, but I don't know anymore. Because I haven't ever been in the ghetto. Bitch, you sure the hell ain't. Because if you have, your ass would have knew better than to come stomping on my mother freaking dance floor. Right? Yeah. You would have knew better. You better get back on the playground. You better get back on the playground. Stay the fuck off the dance floor. Because your ass don't know how to dance. Me and you ain't sing the same tune, bitch. And I monopolize the jukebox. All right? I'm boss. I'm boss when it comes to the jukebox. You dance to my tune, or you get the steel toe boot right in the fucking ass. Yeah, my mind wasn't even going there. My mind wasn't even going there, man. She's over here fucking up my fragile little mind, right? My mind wasn't even going there. I wasn't even thinking. I wasn't even thinking about, what I'm thinking about now. Like, what the hell? What the hell? I mean, I don't want that vision of Donald and White Boy and freaking fucking hairy wig that come up on the panel. Right? That's the last thing I want to think about. She just made that shit kind of visual in my mind. I'm like, what? That's nasty. That's disgusting. You know, fucking super freak, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, now she's somewhere else saying, Houston, we got a problem. Yeah, I mean, you know, why, why, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, she don't know me, right? She don't know me like that. She don't know nothing about me. Shit. I mean, you know, I could have like, I could have like a million personalities, right? She don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. Um, how do I explain this? Um, I got, I got, I got company who thinks they know how to cook. Um, company that company that should have gave me a stomach pump for Christmas if they think I'm going to eat their food. Right? Um, and they just brought a big plate in and set it down next to me. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell is that? Yeah, he cannot cook. Sorry, but he cannot cook. So, with that being said, not to be mean, but I ain't eating that. Right? Yeah. Right? Hey, you don't know him. You do not know him. He is one of my kids' uncles and he cannot freaking cook. No, no, no. And what he brought on that plate, I don't know. I'm still looking at it. Like, I'm still looking at it. The only thing I identify is some buttered bread. That's it. That's it. I'm like, I'm not eating that shit. No way. Mm-mm. My insurance is not that good. All right. My insurance is not that good, folks. I just gotta be honest. For real. Not kidding. Oh, God. Um, yeah. I mean, I appreciate, I appreciate the gesture and everything, but Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Pearl. Absolutely. Oh no, he ain't. He ain't feeding my kids. They done had dinner. He's not feeding my kids. They done had dinner. I took them out earlier and we got pizza. I took my kids out for pizza earlier, and yeah, he just decided to. I guess he was hungry and decided to make something up and share. Right? It's the share part I didn't like. I didn't like the share part because I'm telling you, he cannot cook. Yeah, I we have pizza and a big salad and everything. Matter of fact, I put the leftover pizza in the refrigerator and and but he doesn't. He doesn't like pizza that well. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure exactly what he made, but it scares me. It really does. I'm like, I think there's a potato in there somewhere. Right? Just saying. Just saying. He cracks me up. He does. He cracks me up. He makes me laugh. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Listen, um, I was going. Matter of fact, um, someone had brought it to my attention, um, about the box, and I wanted you guys to listen to something because you know what? I missed it. I don't know how I missed it, but I missed it. Um, that's why we got to continue. I'm telling you, the answers to solving Summer's case is in the past. It's in the past. Solving her case, all the answers are there. We got to just keep finding them. We got to just keep. You know, I think we know. I think we know what happened to Summer. I think we know. You know what went down June 15th, 2021. But we got to make it solid, right? We got to get enough together to make it solid. You can't prosecute on theory. You got to prosecute on facts. It's got to be solid. So, but I wanted you guys to listen to something. Investigators were seeing what they could do, but they would like pictures of her having that jacket or this one. Listen, now, did you hear what Donald said? I'm going to go back, let you hear it again. This is Donald talking to um to someone. I think it's Nana. I'm not sure, but he's talking to someone, and I want you to hear this again. While investigators were seeing what they could do, but they would like pictures of her having that jacket or this. Pictures of her having that jacket. I did you hear what he said? I got to talk to my private investigators. What? Someone's got you got pictures of someone having her jacket. You got pictures of Kathy having Summer's jacket. Did you see what he was saying? He's saying, "What? She's got Summer's jacket?" Right? As if Summer disappeared with the jacket on. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that right there showed us. That right there shows us that Summer was supposed to be wearing that jacket. Donald had no idea. He had no idea what the lady was talking about. He had no idea that, the box had done been put out. The jacket being hidden away in this box. He had no idea that this is already linked out. He had just gotten out of jail. He had no idea that anyone knew about this box and what was in it. So he's like, what? I'm going to have to talk to the PIs, like somebody's got her jacket. They might have did this, that Kathy, what did she do? She ain't supposed to have pictures of a jacket my daughter's wearing. He's making something out of it because he doesn't know that it's already been put out. He has no idea. Absolutely not. Oh, he knew about the jacket, yes. He knew that him and Candace had it. He knew that it was hidden away. But he didn't know. What he didn't know is everybody else had already knew. He was out of the loop. He was out of the loop. But let's go ahead and listen.
It's the picture in the memory box, yes.
Did you send me, you say that there's pictures of her having that jacket? Or that's...
You hearing? Are you saying there's pictures of her having that jacket? There you go. There you go. I'm telling you, that right there validates. That right there validates even more so that jacket was hidden away. Even more so that they did not plan on ever letting anyone know that she did not go missing in that jacket. It just validates even more of their dirty cover-up, right? Even more so.
It's the picture in the memory box, yes.
The picture in the memory box?
I mean, the jacket in the memory box, yeah, the picture of it.
The picture of it in the memory box?
Yes.
Is there any pictures that you can send to my phone? Because we called our private investigators, they're seeing what they could do, but they would like us.
See there? And sorry, Don, but you were out of the loop, dude. Everybody already knew that Candace had that stuff in the box, hiding it away. It really needed to go. It really needed to be turned over to law enforcement. Kathy, the friend, lied. She told us she turned it over. She was a liar. She didn't do righteously by Summer. She didn't do what she should have did for Summer because she was too busy trying to be a friend to you horrible people, or else she was afraid. I don't know which it was. Maybe she was afraid she was going to end up like Cotton, Leslie, some of the other people that, that hasn't made it since this case began. It could have been she wouldn't turn it over out of fear. I don't know. I don't know what her reasoning was, but she did not do Summer no favors by not turning it over to law enforcement. I would have had that box in Ronnie and Pruitt's hands so quick it would have made their head spin. That box would have been gone so quick it would have been unbelievable. I would have put it in law enforcement's hands if I had to send it out special delivery seriously. But she did not have to do anything. All she had to do is get in her vehicle. And she said that her and her husband went and turned it in. She was a damn liar. She's a damn liar. She told everybody that her husband took her and they turned it in when they indeed didn't. That woman was not for Summer, a 5-year-old missing child at all. Yeah, she was no friend to that baby. No friend to that baby. That lady right there, let me tell you something. When she has to, when it comes her time to meet our Maker, she's definitely going to hear. She's going to hear that she did not do what was righteous by Summer Moon Utah Wells, a little girl that seriously needed that box turned in to law enforcement to help get justice, to find this baby. Something in that box could have been able to be used to maybe, alert search dogs again. But now, now that ain't going to happen. That isn't going to happen, folks. Right? It ain't going to happen. But as you can see, Don Wells, you know, he's on a southbound train, right? He's on a southbound train going nowhere. He is out of the loop. He is sitting there talking about PIs and everything else. I know, Don. We know that you guys took that jacket and stuff off of her. Like you said, she was dressed in the Suburban. You was right on my panel, and I asked how, where Candace redressed her. Was there a bathroom that she would take her to? Because Hunter's a big boy, right? Hunter is a big boy. I don't think I would not dress or undress my children in front of, Hunter. He's too old to be around when you're dressing and redressing children. Absolutely no. So I asked Dawn, was there a bathroom? Was there somewhere she would have redressed Summer at? Oh no, he says. She dressed her in the back of the Suburban. I said, what? I thought they were driving Grandis's vehicle. Oh, that's right. 'Cause see, his brain was on June the 15th, 2021, where he saw her being dressed. And that was in the Suburban. When he left work that day, Candace had come off that hill in that Suburban. I bet you 10 to 1, this is my opinion, but she came off that hill, not in Grandis's vehicle, but in that damn Suburban. And she went and met up somewhere where I'm sure Don was there. I don't know if it was over in Jonesboro or where it was, but that's why Don was driving the Subaru. Because him and Candace were going to be meeting up with whoever. And Donald knows that baby was redressed. In what, I don't know. But she was redressed and taken away. And Candace hid the clothing that she was wearing. Did not give them to law enforcement. Matter of fact, they wanted to mess everything up. Candace was calling everybody because she wanted all these different people up on that hill to mess up the freaking crime scene. She wanted a bunch of people in there messing everything up. That's why she was calling Robin, people from church, Allie, Hunter, she was hoping she was calling her other friend that now they're trying to accuse did something to Summer. Marlena, she was even calling Marlena. She was trying to get as many people up there, right? Kind of like the Patsy Ramsey case. As many people in there to mess up that crime scene as she could. That's what she was looking to do. And they left their dogs out to mess up the first search dogs, and they had to be taken away and new ones brought in, which delayed Summer being found that night, right? They waited till late evening so it would, there wouldn't be a lot of time before dark. Um, I'm going to tell you something. These are some super criminal minded human beings right here. Super criminal minded human beings. But as you can see, Don was out of the loop, and he was still going off of, no, this is what Summer was wearing. Well, no, it wasn't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She was changed. She was changed in that freaking Suburban. And that's why he said Suburban, because he was there when she got changed out of this particular outfit. Don Wells was there, staring at it.
Okay, what does a memory box mean? Does that mean
It's the box that somebody that tell Candace to hold up for a minute and I'll explain to you. Okay.
you want to talk to her? You want to talk to her? Talk to her. Here, I got my Bluetooth. I'm gonna give her my Bluetooth.
All right.
There. He knew his ass was busted, right? He knew his ass right there and then, was busted. I'm going to tell you something. As you can see, the jacket that Candace is showing here is what they call the peach. It's called the peach one, right? It's the candlelight peach right there. The one that's in that box right there, the one that's in the box is the pink one. It's the more pink. They got different ones of these outfits. Candace is showing us a peach one. When she went to that yard sale, the lady that she bought these outfits from must have had a couple of different ones, and Candace picked them up. She picked them up, but the one that's in the box is not the one she's showing us, unless she bleached it. It ain't the one in the box, because the one she's showing is not the same color. The one in the box is way more pink and more vibrant than the one she's showing everybody. So, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. She knows the one in the box. The one in the box is the one that Summer was wearing. The one in the box is the one that had Summer's scent on it. The one in the box is probably the one that could have been tested. Could have been tested to find out, if there was any type of body fluids or something that could have, allowed law enforcement to understand that Summer had already passed or not. But they didn't get the box. They didn't get the box, and, they didn't get the box in order to be able to run it through DNA and test it. And that, and whose fault is that? Kathy the Friends. Kathy the Friends. Kathy the Friend did not understand how crucial that box was to law enforcement. She did not understand how crucial the bathing suit was. It could have had some type of fluids on it that could have showed something. some type of DNA that didn't even belong to Summer. Some type of DNA that didn't belong to Summer could have belonged to someone else. But she did not turn this box over for it to be tested. Right? She didn't. But as you heard Don Wells, plainly state and plainly act like, law enforcement needs to be drug into this if someone's got that jacket or pictures of that jacket. I know, Don. It's you guys were hiding that jacket. Nobody else. Just you guys. So you screwed up. You screwed up. You screwed up by telling where she was redressed in the back of the Suburban. You screwed up acting like this jacket was going to be investigated because nobody was supposed to have it. It's on her. You screwed up. You know where your old lady screwed up? Your old lady screwed up when she grabbed all the stuff that you were trying to hide and ran it to Kathy's. That's where she screwed up. Right? Yeah, right. Kathy the friend, from my understanding, yeah, she's hiding off of YouTube. I heard she is hiding off of YouTube due to the fact that, she came out here, she lied to all these people about turning the box over to law enforcement, right? Yeah, she lied that ass off about turning that box over. She lied that ass off, completely. She thought she could hand out some little buttons, right? Some little buttons that you get like 1,000 of them for practically nothing. And that she could send and pass out these little buttons and get a bunch of support. A wish list, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. She was seeking to take a bunch of people to the cleaners. And she did. And she did for a while. People were sending all kinds of stuff. She had a P.O. box. She was picking a bunch of stuff up from. School supplies, clothes, all kinds of stuff. She was giving everybody a hard luck story, right? Hard luck stories. And they were buying into them until she didn't turn the box over like she said they did. Until everyone found out that Candace went by. Actually, Day Day. Thanks to Day Day, we got that bit of information. Right? We wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known if Candace got the box or didn't get the box if it wouldn't have been for Day Day letting everybody know that indeed Candace picked it up. So, I got to give Day Day credit there. I got to give her credit there because, she called Kathy out for being the damn liar that she was. Day Day allowed everyone out here to understand that Kathy the friend was a liar. When she said she turned that box into law enforcement, it was a big lie. That Candace indeed went by and picked it up. So, I appreciate that. I appreciate that information. Absolutely. I do. Turd pop sucker let that out. And that was pretty much That's pretty much where everybody quit supporting Kathy the friend, because this is Summer's army out here. If you ain't doing what's right for Summer, um, you can take a hike, right? We do not support. We do not support anyone that does not support that baby, and we sure to hell do not support someone that has that kind of vital stuff in their hands and ain't turning it over to be tested. No way. No way. Ain't happening. Just ain't going to happen. Don't come out here and lie to Summer's army about turning something in that could have possibly solved their case. And you didn't. And you didn't. You done nothing but hindered this case. And ain't nobody want to be your friend after that, right? Nobody wants to be your friend after you turn on a 5-year-old child that needed you to do what was righteous, and that was turn in that box for her sake. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you something. Look at this. Look at that. Take a look at that. Look how disgusting. And then look at the stuff in this box. You can tell, like that little blankie thing there, the little sundress, right there that Summer had on earlier that morning over the bathing suit, which is also in here. You could tell that this stuff has been hidden, has been put together and hidden away for some reason. Now, this is where it was hiding. This stuff was in the Suburban. Right where Donald said Summer was changed on June the 15th, 2021. What's the odds of this stuff being in the Suburban that Donald admitted Summer was changed in that day? You tell me. You tell me. Donald was there when it happened. He was there when it happened. Yep, absolutely. And then you go back here. Look right here. Look at the jacket in the box. That is either the jacket that she's showing with these pictures and everything. If it's the same jacket, it has been washed out. I mean, this chick bleached this jacket up something fierce before laying it out and showing everybody. Or else it ain't the same jacket. I'm thinking it's not the same jacket. I think the one in the box has been totally destroyed, to be honest with you. I really do. I really do. That's just my thought. My thought. Right here. Good old Candace writing to Ernie. Not to record me or video me like bitch ass Benny did. I don't want anyone knowing that I want to meet you and talk. Okay? You have my word. I want to help you. I believe you may be able to help, but nobody can know. I do know for sure Summer is not on property or anywhere around here, she says. right? I do know for sure. I do know for sure. Um, no, bitch, you cannot know that for sure unless you know for sure where Summer's at. You cannot know for sure unless you know for sure where your daughter is. Common sense right there. Common sense. That's what I'm talking about. That is exactly, from day one, her and Donald and Grandis have been telling everyone where Summer isn't. And I'm talking within the first few minutes of them acting like she disappeared. They have been telling where she's not. And that, therefore, they have to know where she is. Because we all know if a child disappeared, we'll have no idea where it's at. I mean, the first thoughts is somewhere close. First thoughts is, you know, we're going to find it. I mean, your mind won't even let you go in any other direction when you're looking for a missing child. You are sure, I mean, you know it's somewhere around. You know you're going to find it. I mean, you do not think, what I'm saying is, you don't, you don't, you do not tell people, you do not tell people, here's what I'm saying. A story of a real missing child. Okay, this is the story of a real missing child. I looked everywhere for it. I thought it was somewhere in the house, in the yard, maybe around the neighborhood. We looked everywhere. We wasn't giving up. I'm still not giving up. Day two. My child is somewhere. It's somewhere around here. My child's lost. I'm going to find it. Day three. You need to do more. You still, what I'm saying is, you do not want to believe. You do not want to believe abduction. You do not want, even though it is, even though it is a possibility, you do not want to believe it. You ain't even going to go there. You're going to be just like Brandy, combing that neighborhood, screaming, hollering, looking, searching, and truly believing that you're going to find that child somewhere. Because you don't want to give up. Now, a not missing child, right? This is the story of a child that truly isn't missing. Within the first 5 minutes, well, we let the boys go down by the creek and hope that they didn't get abducted too. What? No, no. You do not, you do not start that narrative that fast. You do not. You haven't even looked, lady. What do you mean? She could have been over in the neighbor's yard getting a puppy. She could have been at the bottom of the driveway. She could have been across the road picking a flower. She could have been anywhere. You hadn't even really looked. And you're already talking abduction. No, absolutely not. and you don't live in a city. You don't live in a city where cars are coming by all the time, or in a community with a lot of people coming and going and different cars flying in and out, where that could possibly happen. You live in an isolated area up on a big hill with 20 fucking dogs that I understand was pretty damn mean and definitely barked. And I also took note how nervous you got, Grandma, when the dog barked in your interviews. I took note to how nervous Don got when the dogs barked in his interview. Like, oh shit went on his face. Oh shit. I'm going to tell you, it don't take much to read these people. You could tell they're lying their asses off. Right? You can tell that they have all to hide. All to hide. That's why. That's why they throw everybody else under the bus. That's why they get the oh shit look when the dogs are barking. That's why they were trying to hide evidence. That's why they messed up the search dogs. That's why they was trying to get tons of people up on the hill to mess up everything. Right? Yeah. That's why. Because they really didn't have a missing child. You do not. You living in an isolated area like that, you do not think abduction at all. At all. Living in an area like that with a ton of dogs around, no way in hell do you think that. That's your last thought. That's your last thought in the city, let alone in an isolated area like that. Right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what she said right here. Not to record me or video me like bitch ass Benny did. I don't want anyone knowing that I want to meet with you and talk. Okay, you have my word. I want to help you. I believe you may be able to help, but nobody can know. I do know for sure Summer is not on the property or anywhere around here. Yeah, well, you can't know for sure if you don't really know what happened to your daughter. You don't know for sure. If you say, I know for sure, handcuffs should have been on your ass. Handcuffs should have done been on you. Because that means if you know for sure, then you know what happened. Just saying. Just saying, right? Just saying. Yeah, she was talking to Ernie Shell. Absolutely. I think Don Wells had all to do with it because he sat on my panel and said Summer was dressed in the back of this Suburban on June 15th, 2021. This is where her jacket, where her bag, where her clothes were hiding that she was wearing that day. They were in this vehicle. So, with that being said, I think he had all to do with it. Wherever Candace took her, Don met up with them. He watched Summer be redressed, and he knows Candace kept that shit. So there you go. There you go. And it was supposed to be hidden. It was supposed to be hidden. You were not ever supposed to see this box. You was not ever supposed, none of us was to ever know about this box. None of us. Not even law enforcement. They weren't supposed to know either because they did not get anything in that box that day to help find Summer. They got nothing in that box, and Candace had it all. Now I'm going to tell you, you guys are real parents or aunties or uncles, right? You guys have people in your family that you truly love. And let me ask you something. If one of those little nieces, nephews, one of child, even even a neighbor's child. A lot of people like the neighbor kids, right? A lot of people like even if you don't have kids of your own, you know someone that does, and you take a liking to them, right? You take a liking to them, and so you give them cookies and possibly little Christmas gifts or birthday gifts or whatever because you know the parents, and you go to cookouts and stuff. And if the kid's having a birthday party, then you make sure you get the child something. I mean, it's not your child, but it's theirs, and it's a nice kid. You like it, okay? If this kid came up missing, the kid came up missing, and you happen to have its jacket in your vehicle that it had on that it had been wearing earlier, and the jacket's in your vehicle laying in the back seat, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Put a 1 in the chat if you're going to take the jacket and stick it in your trunk and shut it. Put a 2 in the chat if you're going to grab that jacket and hand it over to law enforcement. Put a 2 in there if you are going to grab it, give it to law enforcement to try to help find the child. A 1 if you're going to grab it and throw it in your trunk. You tell me, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because I'm going to turn it over to law enforcement immediately. I'm going to turn it over. If you're going to throw it in the trunk, and shut the trunk, to me that shows you had some kind of guilt to what happened to that child. You have some kind of worry, some kind of fear, and that is questionable. That is very questionable, if you ask me. Just saying. I personally think that Don Wells had all to do with what happened June 15th, 2021. That's my opinion. I believe that Candace Wells had all to do with what happened on June 15th, 2021. That's also my opinion. And I think fucking Granny, Grandma, Grandis, you know, Big Granny, had all to do with it as well. Right? That's my opinion also. I think all 3 of them sinister adults knew exactly what was going down, what was being carried out, and what was being done on June 15th, 2021. That is my opinion. I'm entitled to it, and I can guarantee you that when the real culprits are brought before the court of law, it will be them 3 culprits right there. When someone's prosecuted, it will be them getting prosecuted. Law enforcement already knows no signs of an abduction. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Law enforcement also knows, like Pruitt said, If she would have been out there, we would have either found her or definitely found signs of her being out there. We found nothing. Um, Bingo. So, and Donnie Candace was right. She didn't wander off because if she had, at her age, her weight, her size, barefooted, they'd have found her. They'd have found her, or at least signs, right, of her being out there, something happening. They'd have definitely found something. Um, I'm going to tell you something. There's no way any of us could take off our shoes and walk through a wooded area without leaving some blood behind. No way. Something is going to get in your foot. Something is going to get stuck in your foot at some point. No doubt. Trust and believe that. There is no way that child could have got very far at all barefooted. No way. They also had the highest technology out there searching for Summer. They had helicopters going over top that actually could sense. If she would have been out there, it would have picked up the heat from her body. It would have showed. It would have showed right where she was. No way. With as hot as it was outside, they would have definitely picked up the heat from her body. They know that as well. So, you know, and they had like the best searchers out there, people who really, I mean, this is what they do, folks. This is what they do. They actually, they are they go out there and they rescue children who are lost in places like that. As Pruitt said, if she was there, they sure would have found her. No doubt. So, wandering off was off the table as well. Law enforcement knows that Don and Candace and Grandis have been acting weird, being uncooperative. Law enforcement knows that they were trying to mess up the crime scene. Law enforcement knows that they were sitting there, you know, diligent where she wasn't, so they absolutely knew where she was. They know that Don and Candace has fucked up in so many different ways to show guilt that is pathetic. Grandis has got to let law enforcement know where she's at all the time. That means she's a real suspect, like top notch, number one. Yeah. So, you know, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. And the Wells can, what I'm saying is Don and Candace and Grandis, they done screwed up. They done screwed up in every aspect of the word. They have done screwed up. Just saying, you know, they, their own tongue, their own tongue, their own mouth has told on themselves. It's told on them. And they're so ignorant. They don't understand. They don't understand what they've done. They have no idea how much how much solid evidence they have gave law enforcement by being out here and running their mouth the way they did. Right? And now they're hiding. Now they're hiding, right? I'm going to tell you, parents of a missing child that have nothing to hide don't hide. You know, Donald had a hope. He had a hope and a prayer when he was out here running his mouth, running his mouth, running his mouth, running his mouth, because it seemed like, the dude wasn't giving up, right? He wasn't, even though he was saying a bunch of off the wall stuff, he wasn't giving up. And so that would take you back a little bit to think, right? It would take you back a little bit to think. But once he got out of jail and he gave out some real vital information and then hid, that told everything. That told everything. I don't think he realized, how much he damaged himself. I think he does now, but I don't think he realized then how much he had damaged himself when he told about Summer being dressed in that Subaru. I don't think he knows how much he damaged himself when he told that 18 days before she went missing, he was telling her how much he loved her, how sorry he was. I'm sorry, Summer. I'm sorry. I love you, Summer. I'm so sorry. Because he knew she was going to be gone, which she was on June 15th, 2021. 18 days later. That showed right there that shit was pre planned. No doubt. Law enforcement knows it. Everybody knows it. Like I said, his own mouth let out vital information that he cannot ever take back. It let out vital information that is solid and on the table. It let out vital information that possibly can get him prosecuted with nothing but circumstantial evidence now. So he can keep hiding because I really think the prosecution's coming. Right? I think it's coming. The one thing, his biggest mistake wasn't staying out here on YouTube. It was hiding like he has done. That was his biggest mistake. Big, big mistake. And that's the truth. That's the truth. See, that's the one thing. That's the one thing law enforcement looks for. Is at what point are you gonna? What point? What did you say before you went into hiding? Because they know you said something that threw fear in you that you shouldn't have said it. Right? As long as you keep running your mouth, they probably ain't gonna figure it out. But the minute you do what he did, you kind of fucked yourself. Right? Just saying. This is where criminals mess up. These are the areas that they mess up in. That's what that's what leads them to doing life in prison. And for this particular crime, oh, I tell you, they ain't getting out. Trust me, they're not getting out. When they prosecute upon Summer's case, oh, they're not getting out. It's gonna be 20 to life. No doubt in my mind. Like no parole. No parole. It's going to be bad. which for Don Wells, for Donald, a few years probably be life. Candace, you know, and I really think I think Candace will get the most time. I think she'll get the most time because she was the child's mother, right? She was the child's mother. And she didn't have to carry out any plans. It don't matter who makes a plan. You better not carry that shit out. You better not be carrying it out. And she did. So, you know, man, that's going to go hard. That's going to go super hard. Because what mother does that? Man, you think the court's going to look on you with any type of mercy when you carried something out upon your own child? The mother? Oh, come on. Hell no. Hell no. I don't care. You could say I was afraid. You could say that ain't going to work for Candace. I was afraid ain't going to work for her because she's still with the son of a bitch. Right? Grandis is gone, but Candace is still with him. So therefore, you know, therefore, don't holler you're afraid because you don't stay with people you're afraid of. Absolutely not. I'm going to tell you something. Somebody asked me to carry out a dirty deed like that. I would stop somewhere, all right. I'd stop at the law enforcement. I would tell them exactly what this human is wanting done. And I would have them put in prison for the rest of their life. And whoever is there waiting with them when we got there. They're all going down. Yeah, the box is no longer of any use because due to the fact that Kathy DeFran let it get back into Candace's hands. Due to the fact that, I mean, once shit's had bleach on it, there's nothing really there. Nothing really there that can be used. It's all bad. It's all bad. It's done. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She said that the box was at the police station and told us that is where Candace can pick it up. That's exactly what she said. She was a liar, right? She was a liar. She was lying. And that's a good question, Lisa. That's a good question. I think nobody in his family liked him. I don't think nobody in his family, you know, I don't think nobody in his family wanted anything to do with him. You know, um, Donald wasn't the type of person that, you keep in contact with, right? He's the type of person that, out of sight, out of mind. You're more thanking God. You're more thanking God that he ain't coming around. He ain't bothering you. You haven't seen him. He's the person that shows up and you're like, oh, damn, where did he come from? I hope he leaves soon. Right? We all have those people in our life that, family. We all have family members that, you hope they leave as fast as they came in, right? It's like you It's like you see them coming, you unlock the damn door, turn off the lights, not answer. Um, that's Donald. That's who Donald is when it comes to his family. None of them really want anything to do with him. I'm going to tell you something. I do. I give Mary all props for being strong enough and and caring enough to stand up the way she has for for Summer against Donald, for her sister against Donald. Mary, you know, Donald couldn't back Mary down, and that's why he hates her. That's why he dislikes her because he can't control her. You know, if you ever take note, he isn't really on Jeannie or any of the other victims that he victimized. He's on Mary. And he's on Mary because Mary ain't afraid to stand up to Donald. She's not afraid to call him out. She doesn't care. She's like, you know, you're not going to scare me into submission. You're not going to silence me the way you the way you wish you could. I'm not afraid of you. I put up with your shit, you know, my whole life while I was growing up. And I ain't putting up with your shit no more, right? I'm not putting up with you. I don't have to. You're worthless. You did evil things and you need to face up to the evil things you have done, right? Mary's like, I'm going to stand firm on the truth and I'm not going to be moved. And you know, that's beautiful. I mean, Mary's a role model for other women out there to follow. She's showing the world how to not back down. Do not let evil overtake you. Stand for what's righteous. I mean, Mary was just a 14-year-old child at a police station trying to be an adult, trying to put charges on him then. She's like, you're not violating me. I'm not going to be violated by you, right? She was standing up for righteousness. Um, I'm going to tell you something. They didn't hide Summer's birth. They didn't hide her birth. It's just that the family hadn't seen or really, you know, they hadn't stayed in Donald's life enough to know what was going on in his life. Mary didn't care what was going on in Donald's life. She had a life in Utah to live herself. She had kids, she had family, she had a lot. And she didn't, she lost all contact with Donald. They were just glad he was gone, right? Until all this popped up. Until all of this popped up. I mean, when Donald went up to Utah to look for work or to visit up with this dad for a while, to hide, to get out of trouble for, touching one of Allie's nieces, from my understandings. I understand he took his son and went and hid because of some accusations made by Allie's mother about, dirty things that you know, that Donald supposedly had done to Allie's nieces. Um, so with that being said, you know, even though Donald was hiding away up there in Utah, um, he was out in a camper, and he caught his son in the house one time watching TV, and let the boy know that you will not ever be in there again. You are not to give out any information. You know, Donald was there, he was there hiding, and the last thing he wanted people to know was any of the information about what was happening in Tennessee. So, with that being said, you know, that's pretty much how it all went down. Okay, I'm sorry. Um, thank God those boys are no longer under the influence of that sick. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree. Um, absolutely. You know, I hope those boys don't ever have to go back. I hope to God they don't want to go back. And, I hope God listens to their prayers, and no one ever makes them go back. I don't think that they will ever be going back, um, because Don and Candace can't change their way. They can't, for the boys to be for in order for the boys to be placed back with the Wells would, one, more than likely have to either build a new home up there, build a new house, because that one is not adequate, for children to be living in, or they'd have to sell the land off and then purchase a new home that is adequate for the children. They would have to get off their alcohol and substance abuse, which they have not achieved and don't ever plan on achieving, if you ask me. And they would have to, um, and more so, they would have to prove themselves. Law enforcement would have to clear them. Law enforcement would have to clear them as suspects in their own daughter's, missing case, before the boys could ever be returned. And they have not been cleared. So, you know, too much against them. Too much against them. But number one is being cleared in their own daughter's case. That's number one. Those boys cannot go back as long as mommy, daddy, and grandma are suspects. Number one suspects. right? They're not going to ever be returned. There's no way in hell. No way in hell. Now, as the boys turn 18 years of age, if they at 18 they decide they want to go back to 110, there's nothing anyone could do because they're an adult. And if they want to return, they can at that point. I don't see it happening, especially with the middle one and the youngest one. I do not see them ever returning to 110 Ben Hill Road. Um, the oldest boy, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. That that's a maybe. That's a maybe. That's what I heard. Foul play. Foul play is in play. That's, that's my understanding. Yeah, thank God they are out of that cesspool. Absolutely. You know, the Wells children did not know, they knew nothing about a normal life. The Wells children did not know what it was like to get up in the morning and get breakfast, you know, let it be let it be cereal, let it be eggs, bacon and toast, let it, let it be whatever, you know, um hash browns, right? Um there's a lot of breakfast foods out there in the world. And, a lot of kids get fruit and cereal in the morning. A lot of kids get bacon, eggs, hash browns. My house, my home, it's different stuff each day. I mean, we might have, scrambled eggs and toast and fried potatoes one day, and the next day we might have biscuits and gravy, and the next day we might have, cereal. You, you know what I'm saying? Um, it doesn't matter. The point being is the children get breakfast. Then they get to their studying, right? They go to school, or if they're homeschooled, they get to work. They have to do schooling. Um, and then they get lunchtime, right? They get lunch, and they get a bowl of soup and a sandwich, or they get pizza, or something at lunchtime. You got to feed the kids something. Come lunchtime, and then they go back to schooling, right? And they get done with their schooling. Well, it's usually 2:30, 3 o'clock. So they have a snack, right? They have a snack, you know, um, pizza rolls, or, you know, something. You make something for them. Um, ton of things you can make for your kids. You can make up some manwich real quick. You can make up, you know, some sandwiches, potato chips. You can make up just regular sandwiches. You can, something. These kids need to eat something to hold them over till dinner. Um, and then you make dinner, which is, consists of a vegetable, either potatoes, rice, right? Um, and then some type of, you know, either pork chops, chicken, something. Um, you back the bits up with me? Oh, shit. Oh God. Um. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was interrupted. Oh gosh. Oh, I want to know what I just heard. I ain't gonna ask you if you want any dessert because I know you did eat my food. Hey, I ain't getting no dessert because I didn't eat the food. Shit. I heard what you said. You ain't getting no dessert. Okay. Oh shit. I would tell you, people crack me up, man. Right? I didn't even I didn't even get to hear what was for dessert. I just know I ain't getting none. You don't tell me, I won't know what I missed. What's up, Pam?
Hey, what's up?
Oh shit.
Hey, did you hear where Mary said that Don got caught with the poodle? You better name him Don Doodle.
Donnie Doodle.
Donnie Doodle.
Donald Doodle with the
Don
poodle.
Doodle. Don Doodle, he got caught with the poodle.
Oh man, that's disgusting. That's
Well,
disgusting.
yeah, it's
I
disgusting, but
mean,
Mary said it.
yeah, yeah.
Don
Did
the Doodle.
you know, did I truly believe, you know, um, the accusations, you know, upon upon um the other sister and them. Absolutely. I Hey, are you back?
You can use that, Justin. Don Doodle. Yeah, Angel Girl, right down nasty. That's Don for you. He's just straight up nasty. Never know what happens over there on that hill. They had an awful lot of dogs. An awful lot of dogs that Don could have been messing with. Sick creep.
Okay, I'm back, Pam. I'm back.
I
Um,
said, I told him, I said, there's an awful lot of dogs up there on the hill that Don could have been messing with. That's
I heard
disgusting.
that. I heard that. Um, you know, the thing is, I I know, I know that there was witnesses that they were abusing the animals up on the hill, and not treating them with kindness, love, respect. Um,
Yeah, Don fed, remember, Don fed Summer's favorite cat to the dogs.
I heard that. I heard that as well. Now, I did hear they were abusive to the animals, but you know, allegedly, he supposedly done something to an animal also when they were children. Um, I don't know. I wasn't there. You
Mary
know
Hartman. Mary
that
Hartman is in the chat.
that is that's a real accusation.
That's
Um,
disgusting.
it is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Do do I put Don past doing something like that? Absolutely
No.
not.
Oh,
Um,
he would do it in a minute.
do you know if he was violating, animals and violating um, his sister and violating other young preteen girls after he had become 19, 20 years old, uh, he really did need some professional help. Why he was not, given, why his parents did not seek out some professional help for his, you know, sickness. I don't know. But, what I'm saying is if you don't get someone like that some help young, if you do not get them some help young, it only gets worse. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is his dad, by his dad not, making him pay for his sins, all his dad did was made him feel that, what he was doing was okay. And that's why he continued it. What I'm saying is his
He was
dad didn't his
enabling him.
well, his dad didn't even put no shame in him for what he was doing. What I'm saying is um most parents hear something like this about their child, they're going to be like, what are you doing? You know, what the
That's
hell
a
are
no
you
no.
what the hell are you doing? What is wrong with you? That's disgusting. That is sick. That is, totally and utterly unacceptable. Um, you know, you're going to have to speak to someone, a professional about this kind of thing. Um, you have to get some help. You're going to have to get some help because it's just, this ain't normal. This
Now,
is not, normal actions for a 12, 14-year old boy. And it sure ain't normal actions for a 19, 20-year-old man. And
PG, you know, you know what I'm about to say. Don is just disgusting. The whole crew up there. You go up there on the hill, it's disgusting.
I'm going to tell you something. Um, I do not understand. I do not understand why Donald was not gotten help when he was a child. If he was sick like that, I do not understand, you know, why why, you know, his dad would try to cover up those type of sins. I do not understand, in Arkansas, I do not understand why he wasn't, I do not understand why Don Wells was not put in prison a long time ago for violating other, minor children. I don't understand. What I'm saying is, we go all the way to Utah, where he was allowed to violate these these children there, and then we go to Arkansas, where he had homeless, took in homeless people. Actually, he seeked out these homeless people with children so that people could come around, from my understandings, allegedly come around and essay these children. And these children were removed in Arkansas for being essayed. Um, and they did belong to, homeless people and so forth that was residing in the Wells garage, um, where these children were being done like this. Uh, and then, when everyone started getting arrested and so forth, and the children were getting took away, Don and Candace, fled. They fled and they ended up in Tennessee. And as you see now, we've got three children in foster care and one completely missing. What I'm saying is this has been a long time coming, right? This has been a long time coming. But as I said, if if Don if Don's dad would have, you know, would have stood up like the man that he should have, and he would have made his son pay for his sins, then I don't think we would be where we're at today with Summer missing.
Hang
Um,
on a minute, PG.
Donald,
Sharon, no, I do not know the Wells, and I wouldn't want to know the Wells. We, no, no, I don't get them no sympathy. I hope they're locked up for the rest of their life. And no, I do not know them, and I've never been on the hill.
hey, love
Thank
is
you.
Scorpio. I appreciate the super sticker, the support for Summer's channel. God bless.
Don't get
God
that
bless
running
my mom.
around.
Um, no, what I'm saying is the sympathy, uh, the sympathy, the sympathy is for Summer, not for Donald Wells. What I'm saying is, I'm not having sympathy for Don Wells because I say he should have been stopped in Utah. He should have had to pay for his, you know, criminal activity and his violating innocent people, minors out there. I'm not, it's not sympathy for Don. It's sympathy for Summer.
Yeah.
Because see, if he would have had to pay his debt to society in Utah when he was back doing violating these young girls, then he might have put enough fear in him that he wouldn't have done what he has done. What I, in my opinion, he has, done here in Tennessee, where Summer is concerned. That's all I'm saying. If someone would have, I mean, it's illegal to try to sell your child. And to my understandings, he tried to sell his child up in Utah. According to Mary, he tried to sell his son up in Utah for substances. Um, so you know, basically a trade. Basically a trade. You give me what I want, and I'll give you my child. Also, they tried to sell their daughter to a family member. Thank God it was a family member, as well. And Donald was all for selling the child. It was the mother who stopped it. It was the mother who stopped him from selling the son, and the mother who stopped him from selling the daughter as well to his family. The son he was just going to sell on the street. But what I'm trying to say is, hey Kim, I appreciate that. Justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Amen. God bless. God bless. I appreciate that. Amen. Um,
And he also he also, by what Pamela Wells told me, he left both of the kids at the drug house, and family had to go get them.
well, here's the thing: is if his dad, if his, if his dad would have shook him when he attacked Mary, for instance, and she went to the police station. If his dad would have said, "Shut up, boy," you obviously was doing something to run this child down there to file these charges on you, and whatever happens happens. You're going to have to face your own consequences. I'm not going to be here to shelter your ass my whole life. You have to learn, that you shouldn't need sheltered. What you need is to learn not to do sick things that's going to get you put away, out of society. If you want to be in society, you have to, you know, be an upstanding, God fearing citizen, and
Amen.
not be doing anything evil and wrong. If you're drawn to this evilness and this wrongdoings, then that's the best place for you to be, is out of society. And if his dad would have said, if they put you away, they put you away. I don't care. I mean, you shouldn't have been doing this kind of stuff to begin with. Um, maybe Donald would have, got some fear put in him, and too afraid to do anything like that ever again. You know, but the dad kept aiding and abetting him, and like, it's okay for him, it's okay for him to violate whoever he wants to. It's okay, this is my kid and he can do anything he wants to do. Well, now your grandchild is missing. Your 5-year old grandchild is completely missing. Why? Because you aided and abetted a damn criminal that needed to be put out of society because he was violating underage minors, preteens. I mean, not even teens. We're talking preteen, 12, 13-year old children. A 5-year old when he was 12, 14. But, you know, in the future, the dude's 19 or 20 and he's violating 12 and 13-year-old little girls. More than one, right? He's taken their innocence away from them. Now, I don't know how Domwell's dad looks at this, but me personally, I I think that's, you know a pretty disgusting thing to do, is to take away these children's childhood, to take away their teenhood. What I'm trying to say is, you know, I think it's pretty I think it's just as low of his dad as it was of him, you know, because his dad didn't stop it. His dad did not stop it. His dad had the power. His father had the power to put Donald in check, and he didn't. And now Summer's missing. Like I said, when you do not, you know, take care of something, there's an old saying, right? An an ounce, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, right? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Um, well, there you go. What I'm saying is, Don's dad had the power to prevent what Donald was doing, and he didn't. He didn't. And, and Donald cannot be cured. He's gone too far, too long. Um, you can't cure somebody when they've got this far down the road. You just can't do it. And that's why law enforcement needs to get on this case, and they need to solve this case, because they need to get these kind of people the fuck out of society before another child becomes a victim. These people are unsafe around children, not just their own, but every child, right? And I'm going to tell you another thing I didn't like. I took note that Don Wells made a statement about the little girl. You do you guys remember
At
the
the park.
little no, the little girl that was playing out on the road? He went up and
Oh, the
knocked on
grandpa's
the
house, the dad's house. The
right,
grandpa was in there asleep.
exactly. He went up there and he knocked on the door. Um, and I told you guys that I was actually on the phone with him. And once he went in and the old man started getting kind of, rough, um, Donald wanted to hang up the phone and he said he would call me back. Well, he did when he got back to the truck. He called me back, um, and told me about the old man and, the spat that they had you know, and he made sure the little girl was back up by the house, um, before he left. But what I didn't know is before he called me back, I guess he told the little girl that I'll see you later. Um, that's what he told another creator. That
Uh,
when he left, he told the little girl he'd see her later. Um, I didn't like that statement.
I
I
didn't either.
did. I
I
did
don't
not.
either.
I did not like that statement.
But didn't the
Um,
mother reach out to him too on Facebook?
the mother came. The mother tried to blow it up, but where was she? I mean, what I'm trying to say is, she's leaving her child with a man that can't stay awake long enough to watch her daughter. What parent does that? You
Oh,
don't
I
leave your
understand
children.
that.
You don't leave your children with people that can't. That's too damn old to take care of them. That's what I'm trying to say. So I mean, her child could have been gone. Luckily, Donald was needing to make his ass smell like roses. He was needing to take the focus off himself, and that was a way to do it. Right? That was a way. If I wanted a kid, I could have took this one. He was trying to. He was trying to. Make himself look better in the eyes of law enforcement, in the eyes of the people out here, and so forth. So you know, he did what was right by that little girl in order to get praise. In order to get praise,
When that
uh,
came out,
you
PG,
know,
I always thought that he was trying to find her, bring her forward, and say she was Summer.
I know the little girl's mom was not even there. Sharon, that's not true. That's not true. I was on the phone. The only one that was there was the
Was the
old
grandpa.
man, the grandfather. The girl's mother was not there. She was not home at all. She
Yeah.
didn't even know about it. She didn't even know about it until she got home, and the grandfather told her. So that's not true.
No, the
That's not
grandfather
true.
was laying on the couch.
He was no, he wasn't. He was asleep in a chair. He was
Oh,
asleep in a chair.
I thought Don said the couch, but
Nope,
okay.
that's not true. He was asleep in a chair. The old man was inside asleep in a chair.
I always thought Don was going to take her and make her into Summer and say, "Oh, Summer's found." But I don't know. It's just a idea.
Um, but to tell this chap because he knows that this little girl's unsupervised, that she hangs out at the bottom because that's a dead end road, where she was at, and he knows that she hangs down there on the road, and easy picking, easy picking, and that mother really needs. I don't, if she ain't watching her daughter, she needs to be watching her daughter because I'm going to tell you, people like Don Wells, if they've been there once, they're probably coming back. I'm just saying. And it's been bothering me about that little girl. It's been bugging me. The fact that he told her he'll see her later. They really need to keep an eye on that child. I'm just putting it out here.
Well, it bugged me when uh Layla's family at that one tree event, she was holding them and they were just grinning from ear to ear holding that little girl. That gave me the creeps.
Exactly. Exactly. Um,
If somebody goes missing, always know where
yes,
Don and Candace
yes,
are at every
yes,
moment.
yes, he did. He went inside. He went inside. He said he said, Sissy, there's an old man in here asleep in the chair. And I said, what? Wake him up. So Donald did, right? He did.
Yep.
Actually, he's knocking on the door. Nobody was answering. I said, go in. He said, what? I said, go in. Is there someone in there? Maybe someone's hurt. You know, child shouldn't be on the road. Go in. So he did. He says, Sissy, there's a man in here, old man in here sleeping in a chair. I said, wake him up. Is anyone else there? I don't see nobody else. I said, well, wake him up. He did. The old man didn't like it. And Donald started talking to him, trying to explain what's going on. And he said, Sissy, I'll call you back in a few. I said, okay. So we hung up. And then he called me back a few minutes later because he was back at the truck. I heard the truck door shut. And he said that the old man, got nasty, but he told him he needed to be watching that little girl because she's at the end of the road. That was a dead end road. Yes, she was at the bottom of the driveway, out in the road, but that road dead ends. Um, what I'm saying is Don had to turn around to go back out of there. So,
Why was he over there anyway?
I cannot answer that question. He was said he was going to visit up some neighbors. Um, why he ended up there, I have no clue. But he did do the he did do the right thing for the child. But I did not hear him. What I'm saying is he didn't call me back till he was in the truck. And then when he's on another creator's thing, he said that when he went out the door and was leaving, he told the little girl, I'll see you later. Why would you tell a child that you're going to see it later?
Yeah.
You don't tell a child you're going to see it later. You say bye, you know, stay up here with your grandpa. Don't be down there on that road, you know, and mind yourself.
That's what I said, JJM. So what was Don doing? Just doing first place hunting?
You know, I don't know why he would say, see you later. I just think that, I just think whoever that child is, the parents really need to keep that kid up in the yard, keep that kid around the house, and somebody needs to be watching it. Because people like Don Wells, if they show up at your house once, they may show up again. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you need a therapy if you go up on the hill. You need to get therapy after that. And no, I've never been up there, and I wouldn't go up there.
I have no idea. But I do know he was seeking clout. Um, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that he was wanting to look. He was What I'm saying is, it's a good thing he was wanting to do what was righteous by that little girl to get the guilty focus off of him and Candace and them, where Summer was concerned. That's another child. another child that some are saved, if you ask me. It's another child that some are saved. And I thank God for that.
Well,
Exactly. On K9. Exactly. You know, that that's haunted me since I heard him say it on the other creator's channel. And I just hope people I just hope people, especially, especially in Tennessee, in that surrounding area where the wells are, I just hope that these people are smart enough to keep a real good eye on their children. It's a good ideal. I don't care where you live. I don't care where you live. It's a good ideal to always keep an eye on your children. Always know where your children are. You should be able to put your hands on your children all the time. You should
amen.
know where they're at all the time. You know, um, I let my kids, I let my kids go with very few people, because I know that most people will not watch your child the way they watch their own. I also know that most people, a lot of people don't even watch their own. A lot of people, they get in conversations. They really doesn't don't watch where children go, and you know, and it only takes a split second for someone to be gone. So you really, really need to keep an eye upon your kids, because I'm going to tell you, Don Wells ain't the only one with issues in this world. He's not the only one. There is a lot of sick human beings in this world. There's a lot of people who violate children, and so you know, and it's the parents' responsibility. It is our responsibility to keep our children safe. It's our responsibility to make sure we know where our children are every second of the day. Just saying. What's going on with you, Pam?
No, that's a boyfriend moving around. Well, I'm
Oh,
gonna get off of here. You guys, you guys keep it up, and you keep up the good work, PG.
I heard you, girl.
And God bless you all.
God bless.
I bless.
Well, I don't know, but sounds like whoever was in her background wasn't feeling too well, right? That's for sure. That's true. That's true. I don't know. If I wouldn't have been on the phone, I don't know. I have no idea. Exactly. Exactly, Diana. Um, it's a good thing. It's a good thing to, you know, it's a good thing to always check, who's in your community. Absolutely. Um, I make it my business to know who's in my community, right? I mean, as far as violators go, I make sure that I know, you know, if there's any, how far away, you know, those are things you need to know. Those are things you need to know. Exactly. That's true, Stephanie. him being unregistered makes him even more dangerous. You know, if if they would have listened, if Mary's, if I hate to say it, but if I was Mary's mother, oh hell no, that shit would not have. No, we would have been. Um, for one, if I was her mother, I wouldn't have ever married Don Wells' dad to begin with. I wouldn't even have married the man. He was already married, and he needed to stay with his wife. He needed to stay with his wife. You know, if I was a babysitter, then that's what I am. A babysitter, don't touch me, don't get around me, don't bother me. I work as much for your wife as I do you. No, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know, absolutely not. But I wouldn't have been married to him. He had a wife. But point being is, you know, um, had Mary's mother met him after he was divorced or something, um, and he gave her that alternative, you know, shut your daughters up or you're out of here, we'd have been out of there and his son would have been in court. His son would have been paying for everything he had done. He would have been registered, absolutely registered. And you know what? He wouldn't have been able to have Summer in his care or any children after that. It's true. He should have been registered because you're not allowed to have any kids if you're a registered offender. You're not allowed to have any children in your presence or around you. So that alone would have saved. It would have saved his son from trying to be sold. It would have saved his daughter from all the hell that she had to endure and go through. It would have saved those three children up on that hill and Summer, who is completely missing right now. Absolutely. No children should have ever been allowed in the hands and the presence of Don and Candace Wells. That's true. So, you know, nobody, no one, you know, done done Summer or any of them other children a favor by letting Don Wells get away with all he did as a child. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Mary and her sisters had to endure that. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that, you know, his other children had to endure it. I'm sorry that Summer and the other ones on the hill had to endure it. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. And, you know, when you get violated, when you get violated like that by a sicko, by anyone, it's something that, you know, you live with for your rest of your life. I mean, it didn't just take away your innocence as a child, but it totally messed you up for years to come, for many years to come. It messed your whole life up, right? It gave you trust issues. It made you feel dirty. It made you feel ashamed. I mean, it's like a roller coaster of emotions that no one will understand unless they've had to go through it. It's not, you know, and the only thing, you know, that you could say good about it is, well, I survived. Right? That's supposed to make you feel better. I survived. Sometimes you didn't feel like surviving. That's how mentally messed up being done like that can do you. So I sympathize. I truly sympathize with all victims, all victims that truly get violated at any time in their life, any time of their life. No one deserves to be violated in any way, form, or how. Nobody's got a right to put their hands upon anyone else. Man, you got your own body. Keep them fucking hands to yourself, right? Keep them hands to yourself. You feel like touching something, it better be your own ass. That's how I feel. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Um, um, they're not they're not quiet because of Tim Mullins. Tim Mullins couldn't shut them up. Tim Mullins could not control Don and Candace. Let me tell you the one thing I know about Don Wells. Nobody's going to control him. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody controls him but him. And he knows he fucked up when he told about telling Summer, I'm sorry, Summer. I love you. I'm sorry. 18 days before she went missing. He knows he messed up when he switched out his truck for the Subaru. He knows he messed up when he fired his coworker and tried to pin everything on him. He knows he messed up when he kept his coworker's money to try to prove that you know, why would I sell my kid or do anything with my kid? I got money. He knew what he was doing, folks. And all of it showed his guilt. Every last bit of it, everything he did was a mistake. See, when you do things like, in my opinion, when you do things like the Wells have done, you better be going about your day like it's another day. Because when you start changing shit up, that's when you get busted. You don't change shit up. They weren't smart enough. They weren't smart enough, you know. And law enforcement absolutely positively knows, you know. That's why they ain't cleared. That's why they are not cleared in the eyes of law enforcement. Law enforcement knows. And Don and Candace and them know that law enforcement knows. And they know it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. They're going to get enough together to prosecute the shit up out of them. That's what they know. Hey, one love. I appreciate that super sticker. Amen. God bless. I appreciate that. And Don ain't in jail. He's not in jail. He was in jail for drinking and driving, but he ain't in jail now. Well, exactly. And they know that they done screwed up. Don came out of jail and he knows that, he messed up big time. He messed up big time saying that Summer was actually dressed in the suburban where they were hiding the clothes they didn't give the law enforcement that Summer had on that day. He knows that they messed up. Him saying, about the picture, and he knows also that he got busted because Dudley said, "Hey, after the for sale burial dance, and he was holding this kid, apologized. They came out of the house, her, packing her head down like she was sedated or something, and took her away. Him and Candace, and the boys were hollering, 'Where are you taking her?' So, you know, they pretty much been busted, right? Pretty much been busted. And like Pruitt said, they don't believe she was trafficked outside the area. They believe that she's still somewhere close inside the area. And you heard Candace trying to convince Ernie that she knows for a fact Summer ain't on that property or anywhere around it. Um, I beg the difference. I beg the difference. I do think she's somewhere around it. I really do. I think that I think everything went south. You know, I think everything went south, and Summer possibly was returned. Possibly was returned unalive. Um, and that happens. That happens sometimes. That happens. Yeah, that is, yeah, the boys were really wanting to know where they were taken, where they was taking Summer. So, and Dudley witnessed that. He witnessed it. Thank God for witnesses, right? Thank God for people who, you know, do I believe Don Wells? Hell no. Do I believe Dudley? Yes. Do I believe what Mary and her sisters and them are saying? Absolutely. I do. Absolutely. Why would they lie? Why would they lie about that? You know, why would they lie? They have no reasons. No reason to be lying on him. Absolutely not. Um, Donald is really good. Him and Candace are pros at trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. They're not that good. They're not that good, but They're pretty good. I have to admit. I have to give them. I have to give them props. Um, they are some criminal-minded human beings, and they can pull the wool over people's eyes. They absolutely can, no doubt. Um, I think Ernie could have gotten a lot more answers had he not whacked out, right? Had he not whacked out with Candace. I think Ernie got scared. Um, I think he wasn't willing. He wasn't willing to go the extra mile, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I wouldn't have went the extra mile either, right? Hell no. Um, you know, Benny has a need. Benny has a need to be on someone's back. Benny has a need to feel hard and punk someone all the time. He really needs to stop. That's what he needs to do. He needs to stop. But, you know, it's just, I mean, he's too fucking old for that shit now, right? He's too old to play, some hard ass bully. That's just insane. I mean, at a certain age, man, you need to grow up. And I think like 45 is it, right? The dude's like what, 45 years old? Grow the fuck up. Give your parents a break. At least let them pass away knowing you can take care of your damn self instead of depending on them, right? Ernie Shell is got a lot of issues. I don't know what they are. I don't really even care. Um, I do think he was for Summer. I do think he was trying to get all the answers he could to bring Summer home, get justice for her. Um, that's more than I could say for Benny, right? More than I could say for Benny. So, you know, yeah, but when Benny gets involved with the missing children's families, it's in the wrong way, right? He don't help them at all. He hinders the case. You know, Benny hinders things. Like when he got mixed up with the wells, he wasn't letting anyone ask questions. He was like Day Day. You come over here, ask a question, you're blocked. You're timed out. He didn't let nobody answer or ask the hard questions. He was more worried about having the wells in his pocket and doing, instead of doing the right thing, doing the wrong thing. The right thing is to get the answers needed for this child to be found and brought home. The wrong thing is, is leading the parents, like you're their friend, leading them not to talk and tell, you know, something that could be vital to the child's case. It's just bullshit. It's bullshit. You don't tell someone, hey, you don't want to say that. Say it. Say it. Let them talk. Don't shut them up. Don't shut them down. Don't act like their fucking attorney or their friend, right? You're supposed to be here for one reason, and that's to help missing children. You're supposed to be here because you love these kids and you want them to be found, brought home, and justice served on their behalf. You're here because you want to be a voice for the voiceless. You're here to get answers. Why the hell are you shutting answers down when this is all about getting the answers needed to help these children? That's how you can tell someone truly is for these kids and the ones that ain't. They're shutting the person down. Well, they ain't for these missing kids. Because if they were the missing children, they'd let that cocksucker talk, right? They'd let him talk. They'd let him. They'd let him give out something that's going to lead to an arrest, lead to that child being found, lead to justice. That's how you know people really truly care, because they are seeking the answers needed for the child. Nothing more, nothing less. But, you know, I don't know. I was seeing, click likes and views. I was seeing cash app gang gang. You know, I'll protect the wells. I'll protect them. Make them think I'm their friend to keep people coming and giving me money. That shit ain't happening here. Absolutely not. Don Candace pop up on this fucking platform. They're going to be answering some hard questions, right? They're going to be answering some really hard questions. Like Candace, why don't you give that timeline between 2:30 and 6:30? Why don't you tell us what you really was fucking doing during 2:30 and 6:30? Right? Why don't you tell us why you really took that video of Summer in the backseat on the milk jugs? Why don't you tell us why you hid the clothes and shit away instead of turning them over to law enforcement? Right? Why don't you answer some of these hard questions? Why doesn't Donald tell us why the hell he was telling his daughter how sorry he is, how much where did you take her when you and Candace came out of the house and Summer was passed out in your arms? Why don't you tell us where the hell you guys took her? Because we know you took her somewhere. Where'd you take her? Because even your sons wanted to know. Where did you take her? Right? Answer the hard questions. Answer the hard questions. Why are you blaming everyone else when you know what truly happened June 15, 2021? Why? That's what I want to know. Why have you guys not been able to clear yourself with law enforcement? What's the holdup here? Why can you tell people where she wasn't if you didn't know where she was? Answer that. Make that make sense. Right? Make that make sense. That's what I want to know. These are the questions that we want answers to. Candace, why'd you wait 4 hours to call law enforcement? Bronny just wants to know. Candace, what happened to you giving White Boy the results of your lie detector's test where you fucking passed it? That's a hell of a question, isn't it? Why don't you answer that question? These are questions I would ask and have no damn problem asking them. Because I'm going to tell you what, I don't care about click, likes, and views. What I care about is this 5-year old missing child that needs to be found, brought home, and justice served. I'm going to tell you something. If any of us was that 5-year old missing child, we'd want to be found. If Don and Candace Wells' asses or grannies was that 5-year old little girl, they'd want to be found too. They'd want their brothers, who loved them dearly, to know what happened to them. They'd want people to know, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, y'all, I've kept you in here for a minute. I'm going to head out of here. Um, I think we've covered a lot of ground tonight. At least we know now that Donald was really wanting it to make like that jacket was on her when she went missing. That information was not supposed to get out, and he was shocked that it did. And he knew it was a fuck up too. He knew that that was a fuck up. I'm sure Candace has heard all about it, how that shouldn't have been gotten out. So you heard it out of his own mouth. Out of his own mouth. Acting as if someone has that jacket, then they're going to be going down. What are you talking about? Who's got pictures? What? Right? You heard it out of his own mouth. Out of his own mouth, folks. That bit of that bit of information was not supposed to get leaked. And them clothing should have been turned over to law enforcement because they've been hidden from law enforcement. But Kathy, the friend, couldn't do what was right for Summer. She couldn't do what was right for this little girl because she wasn't really in it for this little girl. She is no better than the Wells. No better than them. She's just as fucking dirty as they are. In my book. And I have nothing for her. Nothing. Period. Nothing. I couldn't even stand to look at her face. I couldn't stand to look at her face after what she did to that baby. After lying to all of us. It's bullshit. Bullshit. I'm so sorry that Summer ain't got more people. She ain't got more God fearing, uprighteous, upstanding citizens behind her. Because if Kathy the friend would have been a real God fearing human on the righteous side, she'd have turned that box in the second she saw it. She'd have had it turned in. She wouldn't have lied to us. It really would have been in law enforcement's hands. She wouldn't have lied to us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that these people are not good people. Summer really needs, Summer really needs real people at her back. And it seems like anyone that could help her has failed her, right? It's like anyone that could have helped her, really helped her, like Kathy the friend with that box, has failed her. I'm sorry about that. Her parents failed her, the neighbors failed her, the people at church failed her, and that fucking Kathy the friend failed her, even after she went missing. Who the hell does that? Who the hell does that? That's what my question is. Who does it? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to let you guys get some rest, get some sleep. I so appreciate each and every last one of you for showing up tonight. I appreciate all your support for Summer. I really do. I thank God that God has put a beautiful army of humans here to be her voice, to love her, to stick it out with her until she's found, brought home, and justice is served. I thank God for that. I just wish that so many people would not have failed her. Cause she really, all I can, all I can keep hearing is her saying, "Somebody help me. Somebody help me." That baby wanted help. That little girl was crying out for help. How they couldn't help her, why they didn't help her, I will not ever know. I will not ever know. She did not deserve to endure whatever evilness has come upon her. She has she did not deserve it, you guys. No child deserves for anything like this to ever happen to them. Absolutely not. And I pray she is found. I pray to God she is found so soon. In the name of his son Jesus, amen. Please keep the prayers going up for her. Please, please keep the prayers going up for this little girl. This little girl who was crying out, "Somebody help me." Nobody did. Nobody did. So let us cry out to God to help her now. Let us pray for her in the name of Jesus. Pray for one another also. There's people always needing prayer. Always. I don't know what everybody wants. I don't know what everybody needs, but I know God does. I know He does. And I sure pray that He answers all of our prayers. All of our prayers. Especially the ones going up for Summer Moon Utah Wells. That's what I pray. Amen. God bless everybody. Good night. Much love. SL, I wanted to address what you said. According to Don, none of us really know Summer. Coming from a man and a woman, a mother and a father that did not even know their own daughter's birthday, right? Hmm. I'm going to tell you. I think that, you know, Don was talking about themselves. You want to know who didn't know Summer? Them. They didn't know her. We know more about Summer because we knew her birthday. They didn't. We knew. And it's right there on Candace's freaking tattooed on her leg. And she still didn't know, right? They're the ones that don't know their daughter. I think we do. I think we do. Because we took the time to talk to people who did actually know her. Like Jody Sue, Andy, Fred, Laura's, right? Jose, Dudley. It seemed like a bunch of strangers actually knew more about their child than them bastards did. Absolutely. So you know what? Don needs to shut up. He needs to shut up because he didn't even know his own child. Maybe if he would have known her, in my opinion, they wouldn't have done what they did to her, right? There you go, Don. Stick that where the sun don't shine. Now I gotta start this all over again. Good night, you guys. Before I go out of here, I want to address SL. I addressed your comment because you are a sweetheart and you are absolutely right what he has been saying. When he has no right in making a statement like that, when he and his old lady and granny seem to know a lot less about the missing 5-year-old child, Summer Moon Utah Wells, than we do. I'm glad you brought that comment up. I'm glad you did because it needed to be addressed long before now. Don Wells needs to just shut his face and don't talk for his daughter because he does not know his own daughter to be talking for her. Had he got to know his children, when people get to know their children, it's because they love their children. You don't get to know anything that you don't care about. But if you care, you get to know. He got to know Candace, didn't he? He got to know that old raggedy ass grandma. But he didn't get to know his children. Why? Because he didn't care. And therefore, when you don't care enough to get to know your children, then it gives you no damn right to be speaking any way, form, or how on their behalf. He needs to just shut up, right? Unless he wants to tell us. He's done told us everywhere she isn't. So he can shut up unless he wants to tell us where she is. Right? There you go, Don. There you go. Think about that. Good night.